Hey there, welcome to the Dr. Phil Show. Let's go change some lives, one step at a time. Let's go, yay!
Woo! Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah, you guys are so great. Yeah, stand up.
Woo!
Welcome to the Dr. Phil Show!
Yeah!
So, it's a great time of year right now. Kids are going back to school. Football's starting back up. Ooh, the fall football. We're all looking forward to it. Specifically, everyone is into this fantasy football nowadays. You know, even my wife the other day started talking about fantasy football. Honey, you need to get into it. I don't know about anything about fantasies. I just like real football. But it is a growing thing. Today, our topic is a fantasy football topic. Specifically, a negative one. One that is not often publicized. It is trade rape. Trade rape is simply the intent of trading someone to get their studs for your scrubs with no regard for the other person's feelings or butthole. Today, we have a guest who is a trade rapee. He's a very brave and honest boy. Let's hear it for David Reeves. Bring him on out! Come on out, David!
Is it safe?
Yeah, come on in, David!
Hi. I don't know what I'm here for, but I trust you. I put my trust in a lot of people. Hi.
So, David, tell us your story.
Well, it's not really much to say, but I love fantasy football. I mean, it's the one type of thing that really makes me feel special. I mean, I was never a person who had many friends. I went around and people said, join this league. I didn't. I said, okay. And I was finally accepted. And then I met him. He kind of took me under his wing. He showed me who I could be. For once in my life, I felt special. And special was all I wanted. I mean, it was nice and all. I mean, he really showed me how to be and how to flourish in fantasy football. And then we started hanging out a little bit more and a little bit more. And then I kind of felt wrong. I started to lose games. And then my asshole started to hurt. I mean, it wasn't like an agony pain at first, but it started to go more and more. And I don't want anybody to go through what I've went through. I mean, he told me, this is the one thing he said to me, Dr. Phil. He told me that this is going to bring both of us to the promised land, to the playoffs. You know what happened? I didn't make it to the playoffs. I was in last place. He was in first. It was not until I knew better that I called you and you told me you're going to help. So I guess I'm here to have you help. Will you help me?
I would like a round of applause for David. He is a very brave young boy. He's very brave to come on our show today and talk about it. So when did you think it started to cross the line from a friend to a rapist?
Well, the thing I started to notice that was strange, it was not at the beginning. I mean, it was very friendly at the beginning. It was him just telling me what is what. I almost looked at him as a guardian. And that guardian made me feel special inside. But the thing I started to notice was the trades he would give me. He would tell me that this is the way.
What is the way, David? Please explain, elaborate.
First, it was just the way to make my team better. He would tell me my weaknesses, and he would say, I have something that would help you. And I was thinking to myself, God, he wants to help me. Nowhere in my life has anybody tried to help me.
So he was filling the void. You felt like no one was helping you.
No.
And Ian reached this hand, and you grabbed it because it was the only hand that reached out to grab your hand.
Yeah.
And you grabbed it firmly.
I grabbed it. And then what he told me my weaknesses were, he wanted to take them away.
He wanted to take them away.
He wanted to take them away. And he said that he would give me something back that would strengthen my team. And that he'll be the one taking the lesser.
So he was going to do you a favor as a friend.
As a friend. And he wanted nothing in return.
Nothing.
No. He would even go and text me being like, hey dude, you did such a great job. And acceptance was all I wanted. And he showed me that. But then, my players that he offered me lost their jobs.
Give us some examples, David. Come on, it's okay. Open up. Tell us the ones that really dig the deepest. Which ones hurt the most?
There's one player. His name was MJD.
Maurice Jones-Drew.
Yeah. He told me this player last year had the most rushing yards out of anybody in the league. And he said to me that he's going against one of the worst defenses in all the NFL and the Baltimore Ravens. How was I supposed to know? I was not supposed to know. So I accepted. I accepted. And
then what happened, David?
And then he only got me 6 points.
6 fucking points?
Yeah. And you know what I gave him?
What did you give him?
This guy named Green.
Green.
Green. Yeah, they told me he's a wide receiver for a team called the Bungles. And he told me all about the story about how they used to be known as the Bengals, but they were just so crappy that they called them the Bungles. And I was like, why the hell would I want that? When I could have this person that was the best rusher in the whole league.
Most rushing yards.
And you know what he did?
What did he do?
100 yards, 7 catches, and 2 touchdowns.
So that would have definitely benefited your team if you had AJ Green instead of MJD.
And then he did something else.
So that was the first attack. So
That was.
so I'm just letting you know, David, as a doctor, that was called the shock phase. You experienced it. You couldn't believe it. You felt like it just didn't go the way you wanted. That Kevin had the best intentions. It just didn't work out for you. And that he would pay you back and he would do you a solid the next time around. Because I feel like he probably came to you and said, David, I'm sorry. That was my fault. I'll make it up to you. And he probably pitched you another trade.
He did. So he said he would give me he said he would give me Green back.
That sounds like nice of him, dude.
I was like, wow, thanks. And then he told me it will only cost you Foster.
Arian Foster
Yeah.
from the Houston Texans.
Yeah. I mean, because he told me one thing. Week to week, he was known as injury prone. And every single week, I didn't know to start him or not. And so he told me he would give me Green back. And he would give me Forte. So, I took it. He just wanted Foster.
an injury-prone running back who is destined, guaranteed to get injured. Because if you're injury-prone, as he told you, he's going to get injured this year, guaranteed. He is doing you a solid by giving you back AJ Green and giving you Matt Forte, a pass-catching back in a PPR league.
And so I was like, dude, you're the best.
And then what happened, David?
And then that same day as I got back Green, he said he had something better for me. He was going to give me Matt Schaub and Andre Johnson. 2 players who play together. And he said having a handcuff is great for AJ Green. And I never heard of a handcuff. I never heard of this strategy. And you know what happened?
What, David?
I made the trade.
You made the trade.
Yeah.
Did you feel pressured at all? Did it feel like he was just always hounding you to make this trade? He was like, I want to make it up to you. I'm going to get Arian Foster. I'm going to give you Adrian. No. I'm going to raise the bar. I'm going to give you a better deal. I'm going to give you Matt Schaub and Andre Johnson. And with that, David, you will destroy the fantasy league and be crowned champion.
How was I supposed to know?
You didn't. He was manipulating you for his own benefit. He reached out his hand and grabbed yours with the full intention of butt fucking you.
Yeah, he did. And then Forte got injured. MJD got injured.
What about Andre Johnson?
Andre Johnson, he didn't even get like 2 catches a game.
In a PPR league.
In a PPR league. And Schaub, all he did was let the rusher, who I didn't even know was Adrian Foster.
But wait, David, he said that Foster was injury prone and destined to get injured.
Yeah.
How many injuries did he sustain the rest of the year?
0.
0 injuries? Not even a toe injury?
No.
Fucked up.
And I just felt abused and used, and no one came to my rescue. Except for you.
That's why I'm glad you're on the show. And I can share your brave story with all the viewers.
Except this was all I wanted.
That's all you wanted.
All I wanted. And he didn't give it to me. He just butt-fucked me.
Do you still have scars, David?
I bleed sometimes.
You bleed sometimes.
Yeah. I bleed.
You are very brave.
Thank you.
No, I'm going to show you something. And I want you to tell me what you think of this. I'm going to show it to the camera first. And then I'm going to show it to you. What do you think of this, David?
It's terrible.
The look of a rapist.
He took my innocence.
Your fantasy football trade innocence.
I don't think I could ever do it again.
So are you no longer playing fantasy football?
No.
No?
I lie.
It's too painful.
It's
too painful for you, David. David, you need to understand something. Fantasy football is important to you.
Yeah,
You need to be strong.
I do.
You need to be strong.
I will be strong.
So, where's the relationship right now with the rapist, Kevin?
He texted me today.
He texted you today.
Yeah. He said he had an offer. And then...
Had he texted you at all before this, just as a friend, to say, hey, David, how's it going?
No.
How's your job going? How is the old apartment going?
No.
Nothing.
Nothing.
What do you think the motive of his text was? Why do you think he extended his hand so much to you?
He wanted to rape me. And this time, I saw through his lies with your help. And I told him, no.
Did this infuriate him? Did he get angry? Did he go into a rage? These are very normal signs of a rapist who can't get his ways.
Yeah. He, in all text, in all capital letters, he said, fuck you, in the ass.
In the ass.
Exclamation point. Exclamation point.
Was there any graphic drawings included in the text?
Yeah. I didn't even know you could do it, but there was a penis.
Penis.
Yeah.
How, now, I know I'm old, but how do you draw a penis through a text message? Can someone please explain that to me right now?
I don't know how he did it.
He's a cunning one.
Yeah. And that's when I called you. And that's how I got here now.
Very brave to come in front of all my studio audience, come on my show.
Because you're here to help me.
Yes, David. So I've heard that you're playing fantasy football again this year. How's it going so far?
Pretty good. Through your help, I can see the signs. And the signs are all over. And I'm not going to be the victim. And I'm not going to rape anybody. I know what it feels like. And I will never be the rape or the rapee.
Very brave boy. So for being a brave young boy, David is going to get a $5 Subway gift card for coming on our show today. A $5 Subway gift card.
You mean it? $5 foot long